Hi guys, welcome to the podcast. My name's Anna.
And I'm Tori, and on the fourth episode today, we're going to talk about built-in business partners.
We'll be talking about the positive and negatives of being in business together and how we're building our family business empire. Come on for the ride, let's go.
Welcome to episode 4. We're going to talk about built-in business partners and how we navigate our two minds to come together to combine and
this is going to be a crazy episode.
Deals together.
Yeah, so. This is awesome because this is what we want to do. This is what we talk about every day. You're getting a glimpse inside of our minds about what we think about, what we talk about daily, how we get it done, or even what we're looking to do in the future. So
how we're ultimately getting that family empire.
So we could start off when we were little. We started off in our business watching Dad grow his business. That's how we started. We would always sell things door to door to just to see if we could make money. We would cash in our change from our change buckets every chance they got filled to see how much money we could accumulate. When our parents would give us money on field trips, I wouldn't spend $1. I would save it so that I could bring it home and put it in my piggy bank. And that would have somehow made sense that I made money today. So I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, but that's where your money went. I saved it instead of spending it on our field trip. But it started really young, I feel like, us being in that business mindset, always wanting to like make money, always looking for the better thing. And now it's become... As you get older, it becomes a little bit less fun because it's what you have to do.
Yeah.
But it's definitely fun as you're going along the journey, figuring out. Like, you always have to remind yourself also to stay in that journey. Like, it's always a journey.
Because once you get there,
figure out the process.
It's not always all it's cracked up to be. You get it and keep moving on.
Exactly.
So people think that you feel this like satisfaction of getting there, but there's always something after that.
Yeah.
Goals after that is so important to keep your goals going, even though you reach a goal that you've already gotten to.
Yeah. I was just talking about that with somebody the other day. Like, when you hit something, you think you're going to be so excited. And you are for a little while, but it eventually goes away. Like, I bought the Porsche a couple months ago, and it was cool. Yeah. It's cool. I love the Porsche, but I've had it for 2 months, and I get it in every day.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, like it's
becomes reality.
Yeah,
then you have to find something else to hit.
Yeah, it definitely is also a big like shocker too. Like, when that happens to you, you're like, oh, like I thought I would be excited every day to get up and do this. No, you're not excited to get up and do this every day. Eventually, it goes away.
Right.
So I feel like that is a big thing in business. But going back to we were little, we started selling things, and as we have grown up and taken our separate, career paths, we always knew that we wanted to do something like entrepreneurial or like own our own business or do this or, just
whatever
be in control.
Owning
the top of your career, you know? So now I've gotten into real estate and I want to be at the top of the industry in selling and buying myself. And then what are you doing?
I'm going to vet school, and I'm currently in vet school and hoping to become a reproductive vet, a theriogenealogy. So doing that. And
what does that even mean?
Theriogenealogy?
Yeah, I never even heard that word in my life.
Reproduction for animals. So that's what my specialty, that's what I'm going into as a specialty, trying to go into as a specialty right now, and then hopefully own my own practice. And those two career paths will eventually take us, not eventually because it's already starting to, but take us together. And what we get from that can be poured into the pot of our businesses that we're currently looking into.
Yeah, I think that it's really cool because we've each taken our own vehicles, but like it's just a vehicle. It just, like
to get to the same place. Yep.
Yeah, I love sales because you get to, make as much money as you want to or don't want to.
Yeah.
And it's hard at times just because everything relies on you. If you don't make a sale, you don't get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also, if you're a motivated person, you are gonna win. You know, you can sell anything, no matter what happens. Whether you want to sell houses, you want to sell.
If you know how to sell, you can sell.
Yeah, if you know how to sell, exactly. So I'm excited to see where it takes us and where it brings us. But I think us as business partners, we can kind of talk and get into we're about to build. We're in the beginning stages of building
something very
a
big.
family empire, like what we've always dreamed of. And we had a meeting the other day that really set us up for this.
Yeah.
We've been looking for something for forever to be able to get into that's going to scale our money, that's going to help us just build that strong foundation. And although we can't share, too much of
what it
is, it is definitely going to set a great foundation. And it's along the lines of investing.
Your money.
Investing money and making it work for you and compound over years. So it will take us, what we're talking about will take us years to get into, but just being able to see that and have a meeting and sit down and be like, yes, that's what we're doing. By the time we're 30, we'll each be accumulating, what a salary, every year. And people don't even make this type of salary, $200,000 a year. Most people don't even make that.
Right.
So I'm really excited that we've built that foundation of what we're going to do and how we're going to turn it into,
I think people don't understand, like, as twins, as built-in business partners, it's two of us coming together to meet one goal, and that's what, like, people strive for. We have, like, double the productivity, double the mind to do it, double the time to do everything, because we are focused on working on one goal together.
One brain's always working.
Yeah, one we're pouring into, even if we're doing our careers, we're pouring into our main goal, and going to be hopefully buying more businesses in the future to just keep rolling as a snowball effect. But yeah, let's talk about, like, our goals, what we are trying to achieve.
So as a family empire, there's stages to it.
What does that family empire look like for you?
So there's stages to it. I think in the beginning, if anybody else is looking to start building their own family empire, I think that there is stages to it. I think the first thing is increasing, your income.
Yeah.
And that comes down to an individual level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm increasing my income by selling real estate, and you're increasing your income by becoming a vet. Mm-hmm. After that, we can move on to build something together. Mm-hmm. But your first step is to create an income that you can increase, build that income. I think that that's what helps us out first. And after that, you can get into the things which are some of our goals, like building a real estate portfolio, right? So our goal is to build a real estate portfolio, whether that be, rentals, long-term, short-term, that accumulate and bring us in cash flow every month.
Right.
So once we're able to do that, we'll be able to take that money, refinance on the homes, and use that money to go buy businesses.
Exactly.
What kind of businesses do we want to buy? You can touch on that a little bit more.
Yeah, so we are currently looking for a car wash. So if anyone knows any that are off market, you're more than welcome to shoot them over to us. We are looking to buy a car wash at the moment, laundromats. Those are our two businesses at the moment that we have our eye on, and hopefully in the future we'll just keep stacking our businesses to eventually create that full circle of family empire, generational wealth for everyone.
What does that mean to you? Put a number to it. In terms of like a monthly income, what does generational wealth mean to you? Like, what, for everybody out there who's listening to us, like, what does that mean to you? Like, what?
So
it means something different for everybody, obviously.
Yeah, I think that generational wealth is, obviously you don't have to work as hard. This goes for, like, our kids, but also, like, our sisters.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not, like I don't always think like, oh my gosh, my kids, but like I would like to help our sister, our sisters like first. But I think that as a person, it's not just like giving money to them so they don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's just putting them in a better position.
Yeah.
So that like maybe they can do what they love and get it monetizing.
Rather than what they have to do.
Right. Rather than getting a 9-to-5 and trying to monetize at the same time and do what they love.
Agreed.
So like, I just think that it's putting them in a better position. And not always like, it's not just handing them money and them being lazy.
Yeah, of
like
course.
Not doing anything. No,
yeah, because I feel like that's what built us. We didn't, like our family by any means was not poor growing up. No. I mean, we weren't super rich either, but we also had the chance to do what we wanted. We were never pushed to get a job because we had to. We were never forced to do something that we didn't want to do. We were
kind of just stayed in family business mode,
Yeah, we always were given the option, So I think that also sets you up for a better, if you're trying to set your kids, up to be able to do whatever they want. But I agree with you that it's more of right now, like who's thinking about our kids. Yeah, of course you want to think about your kids, but for right now, it's about our little sisters. We didn't have older sisters growing up. Yeah. Besides like Lauren and Larissa taught us so much about, what, everything. And they're in business now and
those were our
older sisters.
Yeah, older sisters.
But now I feel like it's on to us to be able to create something for them that they can use, to build something of their own. Like whether we are able to start them, a Roth IRA that grows into as much as $100,000
savings. Yeah, whatever it is.
It's some, $100,000 could get you started. It's not like it doesn't have to be this huge thing when people think like generational wealth. Like it, yes, of course you want it to be this huge thing, but like it doesn't have to be that at all. It's just something that there's some
it will keep
exotic number that like 70% of people don't have savings accounts.
Right.
So, or I don't know what the exact statistic is, but it's astonishing the number that is people like out there that don't have savings. So just to be able to create a savings for them would be huge, and have them go into their, yes, we had small bank accounts set up for us as we were kids, but we didn't have anything big, we didn't have that, but it would be awesome to be able to provide that to them, like set them up so that they can do, like you said, whatever they want, whether that be, going to school or not going to school,
I don't know, art, if they like art, drawing and, whatever, trying to monetize their drawings or something and not having to get a 9-to-5, something like that.
I think that's huge, being able to support them in their journeys also, some way that we didn't have it, but some way that we could help them on our paths.
Let's touch on positives and negatives of having, being a twin and having a built-in business partner. What are some positives that can happen and like some negatives that maybe could happen and will also help maybe other siblings who are trying to like get into business together and
start a business. So I think starting with some positive things that I
obviously
think that
twice the production.
It's always, you always have somebody to, bounce ideas off of. If you have your own business, you're kind of like struggling, maybe asking other people for help. Right. Like we just bounced off of each other. You think it's a good idea?
Outside our box.
No? Right. Is it not a good idea? All right, let's not do it. Let's scratch it and do this. So I think that's a huge thing, having somebody to bounce off of too. Yeah. But I also think that something huge is like just everybody always, like I said, wants to clone themselves. I've said this numerous times. You want to clone yourself. Some of the highest successful people are like, I need more time. And that's how we leverage it. We have set a tasks. You do those, I do those. We bounce off of each other, and that's how we can leverage being a twin. Right. Essentially. It is having two business partners. Yes, you have to pay out two people, but at the same time, we think the same things. We come from the same mindset. We've come from the same background. Exactly. Not much is going to change. Right.
Always bounce just in case, you don't agree and I don't agree. But actually, that's a great point of not agreeing. That can become like a negative thing if it's not taken care of correctly or communicated correctly.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Not being able to communicate correctly can cause arguments. And that's where people say, like, don't do business and family together. Very iffy, people say. But, I mean, as twins, we share a bond that, again, not a lot of people have, and I think that's a little different when you have family and business together.
Yeah.
But if you're a sibling and you're going into business with your sibling, communication is the number one thing that you should.
In any business as well.
Yeah, as well as if you have a business partner that you don't even know, or an investor that you don't even know, but over communication when you're siblings and going to business together will help you massively.
Yeah. I do agree with that also. I think, over communication, sometimes we don't have the best communication.
Yeah.
And even, we're not perfect. So we definitely fight or get pissed off at like things that somebody else, that you may do. And I'm like, why would you do that? But like, at the end of the day, it's not, we understand each other. We understand that we're trying to get to the same goal. Yeah. And that's it. I think that it can get messy, like you said. Other people say like, oh, you should never get into business with family. And I do agree with that, because if you have a sibling that is 10 years older than you, like you have a totally different mindset. They're not.
Yeah, and that's the envious. That's where it starts to get that.
Yeah, it's not, that person is so much older. They're in a different stage of life. They're on a different path. Yes, it could work.
Yeah.
It could work 1,000%. You guys could have great communication, build a business, know each other, but then you can also like, one is 20 and wants to go out and party, and the other one's like, no, we have to work on our business. Yeah. But the other one's like, no, it's it's
only
the weekend,
Monday through Friday. Yeah, exactly.
But the other one's like, no, I only have 60 more, or let's say 20 more years till I want to retire at 60.
Right.
I want to build this business and blow it up.
Yeah.
And so everybody has a different like vision, and a different goal and a different, amount of time. So I do think that is where it plays a big negative impact.
I'm in the middle of vet school, grinding it out, getting my graduate degree, getting my doctorate. Super like stressful time going through school, trying to own a business, trying to get as many things done at once kind of thing. But you have to kind of focus on like time management. Yeah. That's your best friend is time management when you're young and you're trying to like get done so many goals. Time management. I block out my day every single day. The night before I go to bed, I block out my day, and it helps me so much to cross off those goals. And then hopefully when I graduate, I still have obviously 3.5 years left. When I graduate, hopefully I can open my own practice. And while I'm opening my own practice, my goal is do that, but also I have businesses already that are keeping me afloat, like we just said, so that I can focus on what my passion is.
Yeah.
And I can be able to put that together in the right way without like struggling and trying to do it as quick as possible, and trying to get money to help my family, but also build this passion of mine that's been for years.
Yeah.
Because it takes so long, it's hard and strenuous, but juggling both will hopefully allow in 5 years to become.
So what's two or three things that you would give to a college student that's also trying to build a side business, or a graduate student that's also trying to build their side business? What's like 2 or 3 things that you would say to them to definitely focus on that would help them, get through being able to juggle both and not giving up?
Yeah. So 3 things for a college student to basically be successful at both, kind of juggling everything, school, personal, and business.
Yeah.
Time management, number 1, like I said, time management, block out your day, spend time doing a workout every day, getting your mind into your personal mode, like helping yourself. obviously studying, however long it takes you to study, that's how you study. Some people study quicker, some people study a lot longer. And then number three, just like block out a little bit of time. A little bit comes together to make a huge difference. So when you're going through those semesters, you might not get to the business every single day.
Yeah.
But if you can do, 30 minutes, an hour, a day, or like bulk it, do it on the weekends, spend time on school, obviously, but doing in your breaks while you're studying for those 10 minutes, maybe you can do something on your business, or maybe you can, calm your mind and do meditation and help yourself. So like,
it's
time management,
to take care of yourself as well.
Yeah. So time management and being able to fit all those things is very key, and being productive, not just like sitting around and like thinking you're doing something.
Yeah. I definitely, I do agree with that.
Yeah. What about you? What about your real estate, and what are your goals for the near future? And
so as far as real estate, it's a vehicle for me. It's a vehicle for me to be able to get into other things. I love it. I love sales. I love working with people. I love helping people find the place that they're going to live. It's probably the most valuable asset that these people are going to have in their lifetime. Yep. Not everybody's buying a car wash or building a business, or, so not everybody's doing that. But I want to get into more. I love selling, but I love selling something that allows people to create passive income, right? So like
your businesses.
Yeah. So even like, rentals to people, that's something that I would love to help people with. But as far as my goal, it's just to, help as many people as I can sell and buy real estate and not have the stress of doing it. It's something that's extremely stressful for people because it's the most valuable asset. They're always so stressed.
With the market, of course.
Yeah, when they're buying and selling houses, it's stressful and it's a lot of money, and not everybody's used to moving that amount of money around. And I think that when my reason for my goals wanting to be able to get into people who want to buy rentals and who want to do these things is because when you look at them, they're not as stressed. They've done this a couple times.
Right.
They know how to go through it. They know the process. They know, what's going to happen, and when they leave a deposit, and when they do this, and so it's, and that the fact that they know that they're going to make money off of it is even more rewarding to them. They feel at ease that this is not something that is draining me. It's actually something that is producing more money. It takes the stress off. So
yeah,
I'm excited to get into that. That's something that I really want to go through in the future. And, create more of a business around, is just enabling people to find their first rental property, or, do these things. The market is extremely, tough right now and tight, just because things are high and interest rates and nobody's selling. But I think that it's really cool to go through these cycles just so you learn in real estate. Even if you're not buying, just watch and see what's happening. Just look around and get some education from it, and you'll be able to use that in the future when you're buying a house or in any transaction, in real estate. So I think that that's a huge thing. But in terms of a day-to-day, for both of us, in the morning, I get up and I try to work on my real estate as much as I can, time block that time out, just to, gain new prospects, go to the office, meet with, my team and see what everybody else has planned, lead generate, because that's the most important thing for my business, to keep it floating, and also follow up with the people that I'm working with.
Yeah.
And then from there, after that, I kind of try to use my afternoon to build our business.
Yep.
So I split it up into two parts of my day. Also because I'm not going to school.
Yep, exactly.
I try to use my time equally as managed. Of course, there's days where I'm only working on real estate just because I have so much going on. But and at that time, I try my hardest to split up the day and focus on both things. Real estate right now is more important to me just because it's the way that I'm going to generate money in order to move us forward,
Right.
But I do feel like if you time block, that is the number one thing that will help you in life.
Agreed.
And personally, when we're working in business together, the one thing that I think can move you forward faster is personal development. The more you work on yourself, the more you are going to be able to get that, you know, like you feel good. You want to do
twins,
more.
No one. Yeah. You have to do your own
personal
due diligence, even as twins.
It doesn't matter.
Because no one's going to be able to lift you up that much. You know. You know. So
nobody's coming to save you.
Yeah, exactly. You have to help yourself, and then everyone will help you build after that.
You have to help yourself, and then you can help everybody else.
Yeah.
You know? So I just think that that's a major thing, like personal development. Like you said, going to the gym, even if it's just a walk outside for 15 minutes, like go and do that, because that is what's going to clear your head. And a lot of days it's like, oh, I have to go to the gym. But like you have to get into the mindset of like, I get to go to the gym. Once you get there, but just walking in those doors, you know, like most things, it's just getting in the ice bath, or it's just getting, you know, up out of bed at 5 a.m. Who wants to do that? Nobody. But once you do it, you feel great, right? So it's just getting to do those things. Just do it, and you know, you'll be okay. But definitely developing yourself on a personal level will just make the people around you so much better.
Yeah, I agree.
Reading, meditating, you know, of course, right now it's all a trendy thing to do these things, but I think that, you know, you don't have to do everything. It's also what works for you. Because what works for me may not work for you. Meditating, you may not be able to meditate.
I know.
You know, it doesn't for me. But a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
It calms a lot of people. You know, I like to go to the gym. I like to get that out. I like to sit in the sauna and sweat, you know.
Which is kind of a form of meditation if you think about going in the sauna.
Yeah,
which is what we do a lot.
Yeah, but I think that it's, you know, it's something different that people don't think about. So
one tip that you would give siblings in business, one quick little tip.
One tip that I would give siblings in business, I would just say that, like, collaborate, work with each other, you know. This is a business that you're trying to build. Everybody's new to it. You know, if you had all the answers, it would have been done already, and it wouldn't be a journey. Love the journey, focus on the journey, talk to each other, and
be okay to fail.
Yeah, be okay to fail, really.
Yeah.
You know, we say all the time, if we lose our money, guess what? We get to restart. You know, we're not dying. So I think that's a main
lot
thing.
of big business people have failed. So
yeah, don't be afraid to fail.
That's our thing.
I mean, I know it's scary. It's easier said than done, but that is a good point.
If you're looking to do something and you've researched it and you've done all your homework on it,
like just do the damn thing
and do it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, and we could end with that. So if you're looking to start a business and you need help, reach out, drop some questions. We'll answer them for you guys.